So one of the ways we can help patients lower their sodium intake is to show them a simple way of how to make their own salad dressing. And what I want to show you is a mustard vinaigrette, which is the base I use all the time for my salads. I even use this as a marinade and a lot of different things. So it's a wonderful, wonderful base. You can make it in large quantities. You can keep it in your refrigerator for several weeks. So you don't have to make this every time you want to use it. And it's a very, very simple recipe. What we're going to use is, I'm using a stone ground mustard. We're going to add 2 tablespoons of that. We're going to add a tablespoon of vinegar. And this is where I tell people you can be really creative with your vinegars. Apple cider is obviously the most common. It's a very strong, potent vinegar. But rice vinegar is a lot milder. So for people who don't like that astringent taste, sometimes I always say go with a milder vinegar. Another great one is balsamic vinegar because it can be very sweet. So a lot of people like balsamic vinegar. And there's also, if they're ever in any specialty food shops, talk to your patients about having them go and find a fruit vinegar. I love a pear vinegar. It's very, very mild. It's a little bit sweet. And it adds a whole new flavor to my dressings and my marinades. And because it's kind of sweet, people really like it. It doesn't have that tartness that an apple cider vinegar would have. And then to finish the salad dressing, I'm going to use vegetable oil. But if people are wanting to cut down on their fat as well, you can put half the vegetable oil and add a couple tablespoons of actual chicken stock. Is another great way of also reducing the fat and lowering the sodium as well. So let's make this. So we're going to start with our stone ground mustard, and I'm just going to add 2 tablespoons. And what the stone ground mustard does is it actually helps emulsify all these ingredients together, okay? So we're gonna use a little rice vinegar here so I'm gonna add 1 tablespoon of rice vinegar to 2 tablespoons of stone ground mustard. And then I'm gonna add 4 tablespoons of my oil. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then all you have to do is whisk this together. You'll see that the oil will get incorporated thanks to the mustard. And then this is the base that I use for a lot of different things. Now I can add some more seasonings to this. One thing I like to do is if I want a Southwest flavor, I will add some chili powder and a little bit of paprika, and it gives me that kind of taco flavor. So that's one way of doing this. If I want to do a ranch flavoring without actually using buttermilk and all the dairy products, I actually add a ranch seasoning to this that has no salt. So that gives me my ranch flavor. If you like just fresh herbs, you can chop up fresh herbs and add to this. And what I really think is nice is that people can be very, very creative. And you notice this was very, very simple, didn't take very long. And I typically try to make about 1 cup to 2 cups of this and just put it in a jar in my refrigerator. And it stays in my refrigerator for up to 2 weeks just fine. Thank you for joining me today. I hope you enjoyed learning how to add flavor to renal patients' diets without increasing their sodium intake. And I really look forward to seeing you again here at the NephU community.